Just human nature. Baby, I ain't walking away. We can do, we can do, we can do. We better stop before we shoot some shit. We're testing our patience. Oh, yeah. Oh. And gave you a ring. Just human nature.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, let's get it, let's get it.
Taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, say less.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback hit.
All right, I'm back, boy. Bro, I was mad as fuck about that last game, boy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Allen now looks to throw. Little pitch and counts to the tight end, Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And a good look.
Hey, am I playing correctly? Am I playing correctly? Hold on, man. Hold on.
18-yard line.
Damn.
The gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
Give me that bitch.
Dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it is still because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give them the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And before being tackled, 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Fuck!
Throw here is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd down and 1. They go play action now. Jackson. Rush coming in. He's taken down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising.
I've been turning balls over like crazy, bro.
Somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll run with Carr. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To the air. Allen. Throw outside complete. That's Cook. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a touchdown run from Josh Allen. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time will result in points. We'll find out. Steps away. Here he's got it on the left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Inside handoff. Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side of his got a man. That's Flowers. And they get it down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Here's Jackson to throw. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Jackson now. Hopkins making the catch. And for the Ravens, touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Wide and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton puts it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
For the field goal.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively off fit. And going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Roquan Smith. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the right side into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Baltimore.
They go play action with Jackson. Caught left side, Hopkins. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And the Raven 1st down.
We changed it.
Here's Jackson. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now Lamar changing the play.
The Bills' 19-yard line.
Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Again, Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. So, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Cook again. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw, it's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Allen. Fighting Knox there, complete. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line the second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Damn, man.
Way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer, takes him from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Try to get that pass to Khalil Shakir, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman with an amazing diving catch. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Pass on for the extra point. and 6. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. And he'll get a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure art. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They go play action now. Jackson. Heavy rush and down he goes. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
All these coach plays, bro. They need to get rid of them shits, bro.
He's been under duress the entire
Tell you.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
But it brings up 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be...
This make no sense, bro.
4th quarter.
This make no fucking
2 minutes,
sense, bro.
and we've got a 1-score game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger.
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put in the hands of our defense and have them win the game?
Come on, bro.
Not at all. You want to put in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. This is 2nd and 8.
Alert, alert, alert. 319.
Now Allen. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
I was laughing. People say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And down to the 36-yard line here. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did
Stop.
right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good
Kill the camera.
Nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in the rush offensively. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
come up now, 3rd and 3.
Oh, stop killing the clock, bro.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Weird.
He will have the Bills first down, and that should be that. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Let's stand there. I can't, for some reason, I can't play with good teams.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's 200.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals.
I didn't get my dogs back, man.
Here's Evan McPherson. Off we go here in Cincinnati. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Now an opening past the 30. And it will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's Jake Hayes. And a nice game there.
Bitch!
He takes it forward for 8 yards.
What the fuck?
From the 46. Here's 2nd and 2.
Not again.
On the ground, here's
Not again. Oh!
room to run inside the 40.
That's it.
Score!
What the fuck?
Down Denver.
That boy never doing that again.
Through the rain, the kick is good. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lunt's going to send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
That's
That's
his fault.
In this one with a pass.
That's his fault.
That is brought in.
Never play a nigga up like that.
And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Never play him up like that. Ever.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown.
If you play that nigga up like that, you better have some smoke.
You're right, like, we don't see a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safe.
You better have some smoke when you playing that boy like that.
Defense is thinking run, a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On the return, here's Mims. Nice job by the return team as he takes
Man, double clip that boy.
30-yard line.
Get that shit, nigga. Fuck them flags, nigga. Hurt niggas, man. We want to hurt niggas.
A run with Dobbins. Into the secondary.
I'm about running good with that boy Dobbins.
On the other side of midfield.
He running real good with him.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Don't play close, please.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in your runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Dobbins. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle. This is 3rd and 6. Nix from the gun on 4th down. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll try to get back to the line, but he's not gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Nix.
Give me that. You got pressure on that quarterback. That's what. I put that pressure on that quarterback.
And the Bengals are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him.
I can run it too. I do it all too.
He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 36.
Here's Brown. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
11.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. They find Brown into the backfield. And he's going to be brought down. And with that,
I could really cook this
we
nigga.
hit the end of the first quarter.
I'm going to. My fault.
It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter.
I'm going
They
to.
come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. They go play action for
Why letting this nigga blitz in like that? Oh, time out.
Bengals are going to come on the first of their timeouts.
Why letting this nigga come in too fast, bro?
Transformation across the defense.
So I'm gonna have to set up a form of defense, set up a form of offense that we
interior
can't
of the
cut in
line
like
to
that.
stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Burrow throwing on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, blocked him. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He connects with Mims. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. And he's going to get there.
He crossed the end zone.
With great awareness.
He crossed the end zone.
He gets enough to move the chain.
First down, Denver.
Now Nix going to look to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Third down, they need 5. Throwing, Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Here we go.
Play action now. It's Burrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know that
is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas.
this is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now it is first and goal. Here's a run. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. Pushed back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Back to throw is Nix. He'll get this out to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Throwing here on third and goal. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Nix gonna throw for it. Now he'll work his way out right. He will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Bo Nix. Touchdown Broncos. Greg, there's nothing like a quarterback who can take a play that's not in the playbook and bring it to life and bring it to the end zone for a touchdown.
These are the most difficult plays for a defense to defend because you think you do everything right. You have all the receivers covered. You're able to force the quarterback off his initial spot, but sometimes you just can't teach an athlete, Mike. And in this case, he said, all right, there's nowhere to go with the ball. I'm just going to tuck it and do it myself.
And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
It's just set. Big 13. Big 13.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. Outside timeout, Cincinnati. That's their second, as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Now it's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now, faking the give. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try.
That's because oh my God, bro, I overkicked it.
On target. So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Gun. Stop. 180. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll run here with Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So they come to the line for first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. He's into the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out to start this second half. Big time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the 3rd quarter?
Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. He'll give it to Dobbins. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. Finding room at the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Denver first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back to the sack. And we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
3rd and long. They'll throw. It's Nix. Forced out left. He'll get rid of it and complete They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's 4th down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. In the end zone, intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing doing there. Might get it out to 2, but that's all. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. Able to get it out, but to the 2, and no further.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. To throw is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Throwing is Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. Incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
12, 12, 12. 11, MT, Texas.
Here's Burr. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, the pressure shifts to your
Let's go, let's go.
offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Drive and start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
2nd and 12. At the 20.
Now a 2nd down throw for Nix. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got it. Becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down.
That was another stop right there, bro.
With the 1st down,
Fuck, man.
double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got a man open. It's Schofield. And he will go all the way. Trent Schofield put down Denver. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get back to second down.
By Drew Sanders. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A carry here for Brown. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Intercepted. Picked up by Alex Singleton.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd down. And the Bengals.
A run with Dobbins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
1st down, Denver.
They'll run here. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard to the help the field goal kicker right now. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get him just a shade under a minute left in this one.